NK Telco Sports welcomes you to our coverage of high school volleyball, where the Fort Loramie Redskins will take on the Botkins Trojans. Tonight's game is brought to you by the following sponsors: First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Precision Smith, Speeds, Orchards Family Floor Center, and NK Telco. I'm Dave Helm Center with you tonight. Jeremy Lyman for Botkins. Fort Loramie and Botkins. Trojans going to open up Shelby County Athletic League play. Fort Loramie already 1-0 in league play, and the Trojans coming in, they really had a tough loss 24 hours ago. If you're watching this live, that would have been on a Monday night in New Knoxville.
That was a 5-set game last night that they lost to the Knoxville Rangers. They got down 0-2, lost the first 2 sets. The first one they lost 31-29. Both real competitive. Came back and won the third and fourth sets, and then dropped a very close 15-11 fifth set to the Knoxville Rangers.
And the Botkins Trojans, they have a, well, sort of new coach, but you have to go back a few years from her last stint here at Botkins, and Sarah Brown.
Sarah Brown is our 6th grade teacher here in town. She had her first stint back in the early 2000s, where she was there for 4 years. She was the head coach of the district, the 2003 district title team, and now she's back in the coaching here at the varsity level. Been the junior high coach for 4 years. Is coaching on the JO scene with Atlantis and the Bullets in the area. So now she's back in the fold here as the varsity coach here at Botkins.
And of course, the Fort Loramie Redskins, they come in 4-1. One loss to St. Henry in the very tough Coldwater Spike Off. Fort Loramie, an experienced team. Lots of talent returns for a very good head coach in John Rogers.
You've got tradition, you've got experience, you have that all coming, equals high expectations for the year, Dave. Coming off their last year, they lost in the regional finals to New Bremen, the eventual champion. They expect, I think they have to have high expectations to get back. When you return the likes of Jana Barhorst, Summer Hoying, Skylar Albers, Jana Barhorst, all district and all county, all Ohio. They're littered with talent on this team.
And we're just moments away from our national anthem here at Botkins. As we said, the Trojans started out with wins over Temple Christian, Bradford, and Troy Christian. They lost that in 5 sets to New Knoxville, as we noted. Jeremy noted just a moment ago. Fort Loramie, they won their home opener against Minster, and now, ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem on NK Telco Sports.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We are certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
So the starters for Fort Loramie are Skylar Albers, Avery Brandewee, Jenna Barhorst, Katie Luthman, Allie Grillo, Summer Hoying, number 20, and number 21, Victoria Becher. Those are the starters for head coach John Rogers in his 17th year at the top
number 9, Brennan Paul. Number 10,
of the Fort Loramie program. Introducing the Botkins roster.
Now your starters.
Starters for the Trojans.
Number 3, Ella Brown. Number 7, Janelle Plattfoot. Number 8, Madeline Fry. Number 11, Jana Metz. Number 12, Kylie Mack. And your libero, number 17, Emerson Walters. The Trojans are coached by
So our starters tonight: Peyton Plattfoot, number 1. Number 3, Ella Brown. Libero tonight, Emerson Walters. Number 7, Janelle Plattfoot. Number 8, Madeline Fry. Number 11, Jana Metz. And number 12, Kylie Mack. Let's take a look at our keys to the game tonight, brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. First for the Fort Loramie Redskins.
Coach John Rogers comes in with a 4-1 record, 1-0 in the Shelby County League. And the keys for his team tonight: continue to improve on serving and serve receive, work towards improving consistency, and stay in system.
And for the home team are the Botkins Trojans under head coach Sarah Brown.
Coach Brown back for her first year and her second stint here. Takes the 3-1 Trojans. She wants them to continue to play scrappy defense, maintain a high level of focus, and handle adversity in Fort Loramie's runs.
And our keys to the game tonight, as always, brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. And we're just about ready to face off at the net. And interesting matchup. Boy, this season gets rolling. And the two teams, they play a lot of volleyball in a very quick period of time. Busy schedule for both these two teams.
Both of them got multiple games in, playing 4 games in 7 to 8 days. Both teams out and running. Fort Loramie, as you said, Dave, played in that Coldwater Spike-Off, which in Northwest Ohio is the elite of the elite.
And I thought I had the game with Minster, the match with Minster, and I thought Fort Loramie very much so had the advantage because they had played in that opening tournament. Minster, of course, has bounced back and hasn't lost since, but we're underway here. That one's going to be a little bit long as Botkins will jump out to a 1-0 lead here. As Ella Brown will serve it. Strong hit as Skylar Albers puts it right where she wants it. Tough play to defend. You know, one thing when you look at Fort Loramie that always amazes me is their hitting percentage. Just a phenomenal, just a good, strong hitting percentage year in and year out for Fort Loramie.
Well, you have when you have on the attack Skylar Albers, Avery Brandewey, you know, those kind of kids who have been at this for how long, they are aggressive at the net and they're accurate with it as all get out.
Boeing will get the kill, and we're even at 2-all. Victoria Mesher will rotate back in as the libero Luthman will go out. Serve into the net by Albers, and Botkins will take a 3-2 lead. And you don't see too many serving errors either. And the serve a little bit long, and we're tied at 3-all. Kylie Mack in serve. Jenna Barhorst. 10 aces on the season. Sends it across the net. And that's going to be a lift on Botkins' part and Janelle Plattfoot. Jenna Barhorst stays in serve. Fort Loramie with a 1-point lead on that First National Bank Think First scoreboard. And she'll collect an ace. And it's 5-3. That's her 11th ace of the season.
It's very interesting to see. You can see Loramie wants to play on a very quick pace. Even after an error like that, they're running to the back line to serve, and they want to get this going as quick as they can.
And there's so much motion. That's the beauty of what you see from Fort Loramie, especially we're sitting up a little bit, and you can really see it. The motion and the activity that the chemistry that they have, I guess you would call it. Barhorst in serve. Botkins on the attack at the net. Hit there by Ella Brown. And Botkins picks up their 4th point, and it's 6-4.
And you see two different teams here, Dave. We talked about it earlier. Fort Loramie's varsity littered with juniors and seniors. Botkins, on the other hand, starting 3 freshmen out there. So you have two different teams here. This is a learning experience a little bit for Botkins.
Ellen Frilling in the lineup for Fort Loramie. She'll hit it at the net, comes back, they can't save it, and Botkins pulls to within a point.
not only starting 3 freshmen, they're also playing Caitlin Meyer, who's only in her sophomore year. She's a letterman from last year.
And the serving error returns it to Fort Loramie. Summer Hoying with the serve. The junior, strong hit back row. Flatfoot with the set, and Peyton Flatfoot with the hit. Again, a freshman with the hit, and Peyton leads Trojans, I believe, with 27 kills.
7 kills. Leads the team in kills. Caitlin Meyer and her pretty much neck and neck with that. Janelle Flatfoot, the senior leader, she was 2nd team All-County last year, 2nd team All-District. She is the leader of this team. She's a 4-year varsity starter. Like, this is her job out here to lead these young kids and get them to understand how to play this game at this level.
Hoying with the hit. That keeps it alive. Brown at the net. Botkins will try the set. Here comes a hit by Flatfoot. Hoying will hit it back over to Barhorse, and number 6, Avery Brandowy that time. Comes up with a kill, and it's 9-6 Fort Loramie with the early lead.
So far, the Trojans are doing a nice job trying to stay in system here. That's when you see teams like Loramie, Jackson Center, last year's Varsity team. When you get out of system, they just go down.
That was Jana Metz, I believe. And it's 9-7.
Jana's taken on a little bit of a different role this year, Dave. Last year, they ran a 4-2. Jana was the setter with Janelle Flatfoot. This year, they went 5-1 and kind of moved Jana to the back row as more of a defensive specialist.
And there's the score by Fort Loramie is Katie Luthman.
I had Ella Frillin.
Ellen Frilling. Let's get that right. Ellen Frilling. Senior. Her 11th kill of the season. Ali Gurlio with the serve. 10-7 Fort Loramie on that First National Bank first scoreboard. At the net. Blocked there by Albers and Barhorse.
Albers and Barhorse have done that a couple times on the year. Sarcastically in the mid to upper teens already, less than 4 to 5 games in.
Albers has a 37% hitting percentage. Wow. I saw that stat. It kind of pops off the sheet. Hoying going for the kill, and she'll get it. And you know what's funny? She's tied for the team lead. Victoria Mesher.
And we think 37%, you're like, oh, that's a little bit 1 every 3. 25% is really good.
Yeah. Some of those numbers just pop off at you, and those are a couple of them. That and the overall team hitting percentage of 29, that kind of blows you away.
But that's a staple for John Rogers teams. They're always highly accurate. They put the ball in play and make mistakes.
Botkins down by 5. Let's see what they can do. It's going to be a little bit long as Ella Brown with the hit and the save for Avery Brandowy will serve it up. Brown. Trojans get it across. Here comes the set. Hoying lets him live. Coming back over to the right side and going for it is Peyton Flatfoot, but hits it just a little bit too long. You know, you kind of winch because you see Hoying up there. You think that it's going to go boom, but not that time. Got a timeout. Our score, Fort Loramie 15, Botkins 8. You're watching high school volleyball on NK Telco Sports.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it, and online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Fort Loramie up in the first set, 15-8. And Mesher, or rather Avery Brandewy, the junior, will continue to serve. 5 aces on the season. And Flatfoot's hit into the net, and it makes it 16-8.
We talk about youth and experience here, and we got a little bit of on both sides here, Dave. You see that, and we talk about Peyton Flatfoot leading the Trojans in kills, and you said it a little bit ago. How many times on the year so far has she run into an Albers and an Brandewy and them that are standing across the net? This is probably the first time she's run into that, and you can tell she's a little bit hesitant as she attacks because of what she's probably seeing on the other side.
Albers with the kill, and the hit is so much stronger and more accurate. And there's another kill, and Fort Loramie now up 18-8. But you know, the power that Fort Loramie has in hitting the volleyball up front is just, it comes down to a defensive game. You have to have that defense,
and it's
to survive.
It's that combined with the John Albers, pace of play. They do a lot of those quick sets, so when they get it to the net, it's not going high. It's coming in a hurry, and it's coming off that quick set. And if it's not quick, then it's going way to the outside, so you're shifting to the outside. And it's, for a young team, it's intimidating.
Comes Hoying. Finds the corner, and it's 19-9. And you got a great setter like in Barhorst, experienced and setting it there just beautifully. And there's the ace.
And that's the other part to it, Dave. You talk about they have Barhorst, who's been around now. She's a junior. She's an all-state setter. When one of those outside hitters get rolling, or one of those hitters get rolling, she just starts feeding them. And it just time and time and time again until you can stop it. She'll just keep going to it.
That one's a little long and makes it 20-10. Fort Loramie up by 10. In serve, Kylie Mack, 13 aces on the season. Sends a strong one, but it's too deep. And 21-10, and Fort Loramie looking to put the wraps on this one right now. Barhorst in the serve.
The Trojans got a lot of unforced errors here. I think that's 4 service errors so far on the game, and it's kind of put them out of system and out of whack a little bit.
Comes the hit by Barhorst. Trojans looking for the corner, and Jano Metz unable to find it. A little bit too strong, and it's 22-10.
And you wonder how much this is a little bit with the young team. They played Thursday night, they played Saturday, they played last night, Monday, and now here we are, 4 games in on 5 days or 6 days or whatever it is, Dave. And now you got to go against the likes of Fort Loramie.
Poing's hit a little bit long, and it's 22-11, and Botkins will get the serve, and that's Jana Metz.
You have to have a quick turnaround here for him.
Comes to serve at the net. Mesher. Hoying will serve it. 23-11 our score. And Hoying will collect the ace. 5th ace on the season for Hoying.
Hoying with the serve right there, right at the feet of the back row, and it really making them make some decisions. bottom falls out of it when she throws it out there too.
That's with the hit into the net. That's going to do it. First set goes to Fort Loramie, 25-11. Redskins with the advantage. They go up 1-0 in the match. We'll come back and have our second set action. You're watching high school volleyball on NK Telco Sports.
The Hometown Opportunity Platform is exceptional.
It is focused, laser focused on the careers in our 4-county region.
100% of the time we go to Hometown Opportunity. We've had great success from a handful of applications when we need them, as well as a recent one where we had 67 applicants.
Honestly, it's a competitive advantage.
The hometown experience has been everything I could have dreamed of and more.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
First set goes to Fort Loramie. And the Redskins go up 1-0, and we're just waiting for time to the officials to get ready for our second set of play. 25-11, the win for Fort Loramie. Observations in the first set. Jeremy?
Some stats from the first set here, Dave. You look at this. Loramie had 8 kills, 4 aces, and they had 2 blocks. Trojans, on the other hand, had 2 kills and 1 block, no aces. You look at that, and if there's 36 points scored, that tells you there's a lot of errors being out there. It wasn't real clean on either end. Numerous serving errors and serve-receive errors from both sides there, Dave. And that was a key that both coaches talked about coming into the game that they wanted to clean up. So even with the win at 25-11, you got to believe John Rogers ain't real happy that their serve percentage wasn't as high as he likes to see it.
Grilio with the serve. Fort Loramie on the attack. Brandewie with the strong hit. Botkins trying to come back, nets into the net, and it's 1-0 Fort Loramie. Grilio with the serve, a little bit of a knuckleball on her serve. Botkins goes for the corner, but again, it'll be long, and it's 2-0 Fort Loramie.
And now that's where you see the young Peyton Flatfoot trying to make some adjustments mid-game here. Before, at the beginning, she got blocked a couple times. Now she's tried to get it above Brandewie and Holscher and them and Albers, and now she's getting a little bit long.
Long hit by Albers. It's going to go out of bounds, and Botkins gets their first point. Janelle Flatfoot.
And again, these are things you can see that it's a little bit early. It's way early in the season. Loramie's not as crisp as they usually are either. You can tell on some of these quick sets that they're running. They tried to run that little wheel right there, and that was a little out of sync. You see that later in the year, and that's going to be connected on.
Very true. 3-1 the score as Avery Brandewie serves it up. And point goes to Fort Loramie.
Blocked by Summer Horn there, the junior. First team All-County last year as a junior. She's a senior this year, excuse me.
Brandewie with the serve. And ball is going to be out. 5-1 Fort Loramie.
This is a point where if you're Sarah Brown, you're looking for Janelle Flatfoot to kind of step up here and just kind of settle the young 3 freshmen down and say, listen, we're okay. Let's get some things out of this. Make it one play, good play after another. See if you can stack a couple of them together. But you can't make a second one until you make a first one.
Flatfoot set that one up for Metz. Metz hits it a little too strong to the corner. Let's see how the Trojans approach it now.
Redskins were in the net there.
In the net. Loramie with the violation, so that makes it 6-2, and Botkins will serve. Albers. Once again, Loramie in the net. 6-3 our score.
Even though Loramie is in the net there, Caitlin Meyer and Kylie Mack both were up there challenging Barhorse for that one.
Barhorse back to Albers. Point goes to the Trojans. Nice play up there by Mack and Meyer. And Flatfoot will serve it. Peyton Flatfoot will serve it for Botkins. Nice serve, but here comes the set. Hoying. Good defense by Botkins. They'll send it back over. Comes the hit by Albers, but Kylie Mack gets the kill.
Trojans on a 4-0 run here, Dave. Now with Peyton Flatfoot back in service.
6-5 our score on that First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Fort Loramie with the advantage. Botkins set. Metz gets it over to Meyer. Trojans will have to send it over. Peyton Flatfoot with a hit. Hoying is going to get the point. The kill is Mack and Metz knock it out of bounds. 7-5 our score.
You talked about that earlier, how hard Loramie hits, Dave. Like, they just hit it through the girls at times. They're okay if you want to get up there and block it, because I'm going to hit it so hard it's going to go out of bounds. And it's still our block. And that part of that, I think some of that comes from their pace of play they like to play at, and just the ability that they're also 6 foot, 5'11", 6 foot, 6'1", and they're swinging for the fences, to use a baseball term.
Skylar Albers, senior, will serve it. Will collect the ace. Strong server. Another opportunity for Skylar Albers.
It was this spot in the rotation that the Redskins went on a run in the first game.
Flatfoot, back over to Mack. Meyer will send it over. Here comes the set for Hoying. And like you said, they got the block, but out of bounds. Point goes to Fort Loramie. 10-5 our score here in the second set.
It was 6-5, the Redskins. The Trojans had an error, and now it is 11-5 Redskins. And since that point in time, the Trojans have not been in system yet. And that they've had to free ball it over to Loramie a couple times, which is not a great situation because you're just going to let them hammer away at you.
Albers again with the serve, goes to the back row. Flatfoot over to Mack. Hoying right there. Botkins coach Sarah Brown says we need to talk things over. A timeout. 12-5 Fort Loramie with the lead over Botkins. You're watching high school volleyball on NK Telco Sports.
Togi Plumbing and Heating is your Bryant Factory authorized dealer. We have brought the best of comfort, control, and plumbing services to the St. Mary's area for over 60 years. We have been Reader's Choice winners for the last 4 years running and excel at providing our customers with efficient and reliable heating and air conditioning, as well as responsive service when a plumbing emergency arises. We insist that the products we install in our customers' homes and businesses offer the same performance and value that we expect ourselves. Call today for your next plumbing and heating or air conditioning needs. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Botkins after the timeout. All timeouts this season brought to you by Precision Strip. Albers will collect the ace. And it's 13-5.
Sure, that's not what Coach Brown was hoping for, to come out and have this, an ace right at you right off the bat.
Ella Berger, number 14, into the Fort Loramie lineup. There's yet another ace. As Albers stays in serve, lead stretched to 9 at 14-5 on that First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Albers this time kind of lets up on that one. And Blackfoot will get the point, and it's 14-6, and the serve comes back to the Trojans. Libero Emerson Walters will hit it. That's going to be long. Boy, Fort Loramie never took their eye off that ball that time.
They watched it all the way to the ground.
Yep. A little bit close, whether it might go out or might stay in.
But again, the level of communication back there, they're both talking. There's multiple girls yelling out, 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 out. So they both were trying to agree. And you got to feel if one of them said, hey, I think it's in, they were going to bolt, and it was to get out of the way.
Very good point. Flatfoot tries to set it up for Ella Brown, but it goes into the net, and it's 16-6. Barhorse with the serve. Walters to Flatfoot. Here comes Brown's hit, or Myers' hit. Here comes Hoying. Off balance. Walters will get it. Flatfoot. And
Loramie into the net. Senior Caitlin Barhorse in now.
Number 10 Barhorse will serve it up. Going to the front row, but it's going to be not sure if that was a lift.
Yeah, I believe they called the lift there on the setter up at the net.
So Barhorse will stay and serve. Thrilling. Ball tipped out.
You see little glimpses of that little quick pace here early in the year.
A little bit of rotation that time. And
Barhorse found Ellen Frilling coming around behind her.
Barhorse will hit it up to Flatfoot. Meyer trying to get it over. Point goes to Fort Loramie at 18-8.
Probably hard to see from our camera angle here, but that was on this side of the out of bounds stick there, so making it automatically out of bounds.
Hoying sends it to Flatfoot. Walters back to Flatfoot, gets it over. Here comes the set. Brandewy with the hit. Right side, block up front. It's going to be Victoria Mesher with the block. (19-8) our score.
Third on the team in blocks there. Victoria Mesher actually tied for second. We haven't called her name very much. We were just talking about how a lot of the outside hitters are getting a lot of the action here. And Brandewy and, Ellen Frilling and Skylar Albers. Mesher's played really well in the middle, but they haven't really attacked her.
Riley Chateau into the lineup for Fort Loramie with that serve. 20-8, Loramie with the big lead. And Barhorse with the assist, and Avery Brandewy with the kill. As Anna Ruenkamp, saw her in the junior varsity contest here tonight. She'll rotate into the front row. Chateau. Serve was a little bit too strong. substitute for Botkins. It's the hit. Albers. Ball horse trying to keep it alive, but Fort Loramie will gain the point as Madeline Fry with the serve. Fry, a freshman, serving for Botkins. Flat foot. Metz into the net. 22-10.
Jana playing in the back row, as we said, that's a little bit different for her. Last year playing in the 4-2 as a setter part-time. Now almost strictly in the back row.
And the serve is long. 22-11 our score as Allie Mack will re-enter. As the libero Emerson Walters will go out. Brown with the serve. Good response by the Botkins defense. Flatfoot. Here comes Brandaway.
Nice hit by Madeline Fry.
Lift. Madeline Fry with a good defense there, and it gets Botkins the point.
You see Janelle trying to get Peyton Flatfoot involved as much as she can. She's their leading kill, she's their leading attacker, and having a hard time getting her involved. And Peyton has went to her a couple times in the last couple rallies, trying to get her involved in the offense here a little bit and get her going.
There's a serve and the kill by Skylar Albers.
The downfall is you start to feel kind of good about yourself. You get a couple points there, and
then you come right down to earth in a hurry.
Bar horse goes to the outside, finds Albers, and it's just hammered away.
That's Jaden Rose with the serve. Loramie gets it across. Botkins trying to keep it alive. Brown will send it deep to Shadow. Long hit, but that's going to be out of bounds. Good try there by Avery Brandaway.
And if you look at the stats, Dave, Botkins doesn't have a lot of blocks, but if you watch how they're attacking this defensively, they're not real aggressive up at the net. They're not as tall and as long as Loramie, so they're not up there being aggressive. And what it's a lead to in this situation for Loramie, they're kind of getting a lot of free shots. Just take a hit wherever you want to go at it. They're not intimidated to be blocked, kind of like Botkins is here a little bit, having to angle around. They're not in that defensive mechanism.
Albers gets the kill, and it's 24-14. Set point coming up as Summer Hoying will come back in as Riley Chateau will go out. Avery Brandaway with the serve. It's going to be long. Smart move by Fry to pull off that one. 24-15 as Fry will go out. Hoying. And once again, the set will go to Fort Loramie as Hoying gets the point. Final score 25-15, Fort Loramie over Botkins. 2-0 in match play for Fort Loramie. We'll come back with our third set. You're watching high school volleyball on NK Telco Sports.
Looking for a rewarding career? Lincoln Electric Automation in Coldwater and Fort Loramie supplies top-of-the-line automation systems to manufacturers. Lincoln Electric Automation routinely develops its team through hiring and by offering advanced technical training. We understand that every employee matters, and every role contributes to the success of our business. We offer advancement opportunities, competitive wages, and benefit packages. Visit LincolnElectric.com and get on track to a better career and a better future. future.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Coming up on our third set. First two sets go to Fort Loramie, and just some strong play at the net by Fort Loramie. And the Redskins have the experience, the big experience advantage over Botkins, and it is shown throughout the first two sets, Jeremy.
And it has, and especially when it comes to, the maturity and the experience, as you talked about, Dave, especially with Loramie with their height and their length and their overall athleticism. You and I talked about it at the break. When they're covering up front of the net, they are so mobile and agile, not only getting off the ground, but they cover the whole net at times. And they go side to side numerous times.
Avery Brandewy with the kill. Boy, just finds the end line, and back into serve goes Brandewy.
It's hard to say that she's been kind of quiet tonight,
Yeah.
I mean, Jenna Barhorse has found Skylar Albers and Summer Hoying. It's just been kind of going to them time and time again. And Avery's been a little bit, this is her quiet night. She's got 3 kills on the night so far.
That serve, and it's going to be an ace for the freshman, Peyton Flatfoot. Had 11 aces coming into tonight's game.
And this is what we talked about with a young team, though. Come out, what can you get that is good out of this? You had 2 struggle first sets. Now can we get some things out of this?
Tied up at 2-all, and Skylar Albers will go to serve for Fort Loramie. It's going to be out of bounds or across the line in the net. 3-2. Albers continues to serve. This time it goes into the net. That's going to bring Kylie Mack up to serve, 84% serving percentage for Mack on the year. And Mesher with the wheel play, and gets the point.
Winding that one up when she come off the middle there, and it was in the air. She was winding up. She had her arm back and everything.
Those were the days.
Exactly. It makes my shoulder hurt.
Yeah, it does. Boy, you're right. She was winding up,
it's the
ready to hit it.
You watch these young ladies get on the ground and dive all over the place and pop right back up and stay in the rally. And I'd have to take a couple days off work just to recover after one of these rallies.
Fort Loramie goes up 6-3 as Jenna Barhorse will stay in serve. Of course, she's the primary setter for Fort Loramie. 125 assists coming into tonight's game. It's a workload.
It is a workload. Both her and Janelle Plattfoot probably now over 100 on the night. Came in with 90. Now probably has over 100.
Yeah, Plattfoot, workhorse for Botkins, as that hit by Mesher goes out, and it's 6-4, and Botkins will have the serve, and Fort Loramie still with the lead.
We talk about one of the, Jenna Barhorse, we talk about her as a setter and her height and length. What a blessing that she is. She is third on the team in blocks. Not only is she a setter, she is third on the team in blocks. Talk about the athleticism to be able to do that and recover quickly.
$7-4 on the hitting error by Botkins. And Summer Hoying will serve it up. Plattfoot, Brown. Plattfoot keeps it alive. Metz sends it back over. Frilling with the kill, I tell you. Alan Frilling's putting together a pretty nice game
She's having
as well.
a nice game as well. You're exactly right. And that is the one thing you've kind of seen. We talked about it with Jenna Barhorst, that when somebody gets hot, she'll start feeding them. But in this situation, she's kind of letting everybody get involved here a tremendous amount.
Brandewee with the strong hit, but Botkins will respond. Luthman, Barhorst, Hoying at the net. Point goes to Botkins. That's kind of a big play right there for Botkins.
That is a great play. That is a great play for a young freshman, Ella Brown, in there. She's taking shot after shot from the Loramie there, and she stayed in there and hung around and finished it off with a little tip right at the net. Great job by Ella.
Hoying, Barhorst, and Brandewee with the kill. Just too much open court back there. Brandewee, that junior outside hitter, puts it right into the open space, and it's 9-5 for Loramie.
And we talked about it earlier there. I'm not sure how, what the approach, if you could change it or whatever like that, but like we said, it's a lot of free reign open hitting there for Loramie with not very many people at the net.
At the net, Albers, 10-5 as she gets the kill.
What you like to see all the young Trojans here is effort has not dropped at all. Everything is still in play. They're hustling all over the place, and you see that team that's still together. They're not looking at each other. This is a team that they're young and they're using this as a good experience for them.
11-5 for Loramie. Communication breakdown, and Victoria Mesher, the beneficiary, with an ace. And substitutes, both teams making some substitutes as Ella Brown will step back to serve it up for Botkins.
Try to get right down that line.
That's going to go out of bounds, tipped. Out of bounds for Loramie with the serve.
Ellen Furling, her fourth kill of the night.
Jaden Rose, number 8, will come in to serve for Fort Loramie. Flatfoot, set to Flatfoot. Looking for the corner, and that's Albers again.
Talking about experience there a little bit, Dave. Skylar Albers having the knowledge and feel that Botkins is a little bit in a transition there and a little bit of a scramble. Instead of resetting it and trying to get it to go, she went right off that hit. It wasn't a great set. It wasn't even a set to her. And she went right to that back corner, caught that out of the corner of her eye, and made a play right like that. That's experience. That's just plays on the floor.
Found that open corner, and it's 14-7. Loramie now on the attack. Here comes Hoying. Yeah, that's just a tough one to handle. Summer Hoying with the point. And the kill, and it's 15-7. Avery Brandewee.
With their vertical leap, the ability to get high in the back and be able to throw that down on an angle for Loramie just causes a lot of issues.
Hoying powers it through. Set there by Barhorst. Botkins coach Sarah Brown will take a timeout. Her team down 16-7. Fort Loramie has the lead. They also have a 2-set advantage. You're watching high school volleyball on NK Telco Sports.
here, and here, and here. Mr. Bank is everywhere, providing every banking service that you need to keep your financial life in order. Whether you are on the go or stopping by one of our branches, Mr. Bank is here for you. We proudly support the communities where you live. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
16-7, our lead. All timeouts this season brought to you by the folks at Precision Strip.
And there we go. We talk pace of play. That whistle went off and that ball was in the air, and that's the kind John Rogers likes to play. You got to be ready to go immediately for the Redskins.
Brandewee ready to serve. 10-point lead for Fort Loramie. And Kylie Mack with the hit and the kill, and it's 17-8.
We'll be back over at Jackson Center on Thursday, Dave. Me and you with the Trojans over there as they take on the Tigers. That should be another good game. Tough little stretch for the Trojans here. Look at that athletic move.
Warhorse gets the kill. Yeah, this is a tough week for Botkins. You're coming up against Fort Loramie and then Jackson Center. And Jackson Center, another one of those that has to be considered a contender for the Shelby County Athletic League Championship, as Coach Kim Metz always has the Tigers ready.
Now they're getting older with McKinley Reichert now as a junior. She's all Ohio, second team all Ohio. You got Biederman over there. Those girls are going to be yikes.
Some good volleyball, that's for sure. Be interesting to see how the Trojans can handle it. 20-8 right here. Fort Loramie trying to wrap up a 3-0 victory over the Trojans. Flat foot. Fry, number 8 in the lineup for Botkins, had the hit that time. Mack. Coyne sends it to the back row. Fort Loramie will regroup. Here comes the set, and Hoying will get the kill. And Warhorse the assist. Just like you drew it up.
Like it's drawn up.
Allie McCumber, number 4, a junior, will enter the contest for the first time tonight. 21-8.
Also on Thursday night, Dave, out at the park, they got a doubleheader for the soccer. The girls will play at 5 o'clock against Delphos St. John's. The boys will play Delphos St. John's, I believe, at 5, and the girls will take on Anna. That should be that's a battle there, probably for the top spot in the girls division in the WSL there in the Western Ohio Soccer League.
Fort Loramie.
Great rally right here. A lot of hustle scramble going on.
Comes the hit at the net. And the point's going to go Botkins' way.
So we got both soccer teams who are rolling. The boys golf are 3-0 in the Shelby County Athletic League, led by Ross Dietz, who tied the school record for 9 holes again with a 32 the other day, similar to what you and I would shoot, Dave. And then he went out and broke the school record for the 18 hole. So he had himself a nice week. J.J. Meyer golfing really well, down in the mid to low 30s as well. So those 2 young men leading the golf team.
Kylie Mack in serve for Botkins. Strong hit there. Number 12, it's got to be Deanna Rodeheffer, don't you think?
I believe so. That's what I just
got a number 11, but I think that's Deanna.
I've not seen 11 come out.
Yep, if I remember her from previous match that we did. It looks like Deanna Rodeheffer.
She's got 2 kills on the evening. Ella Berger in now.
Back row it goes. Metz trying to find that point. Comes the hit up front. Botkins trying to keep it alive. Fry looking for the corner. And a point's going to go Fort Loramie's way. 23-10.
Talked about all the other sports. We got both cross-country teams going up to Columbus Grove. The girls are ranked 10th in the state of Ohio right now, and the boys come out in the first poll last week, ranked number 4 in the state of Ohio. The girls led by Elena Mann and Brittany Arnold, who both went 1-2, first and second at the county preview, and then went first and second at the Bulldog Invitational last week at West Milton.
Botkins trying to keep it alive. And there's the set point and the game point, match point. And Fort Loramie takes a 3-0 win over Botkins in Shelby County Athletic League play here, 25-10 in our third set. We'll come back with our recap here in just a moment. You are watching high school volleyball on NK Telco Sports.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
Back here at Botkins, Fort Loramie with a 3-set win over the home team Trojans, 25-11, 25-15, and 25-10 for Fort Loramie. Let's take a look at some of our numbers for tonight's contest between these two Shelby County Athletic League rivals.
For the visiting Fort Loramie Redskins, they had 27 kills on the evening, 7 blocks, and 12 aces, Dave. I'm struggling first game here. For the Botkins Trojans, they had 5 kills, 4 blocks, and 3 aces on the evening. The Trojans led by Kylie Mack, who had 3 blocks on the night and an 8 and 2 kills. On the other hand, you had a whole host of them for the Fort Loramie Redskins. We talked about this. You pick your poison, what you want to do here. I mean, you had Skylar Albers, who had a great evening. Jenna Borges, who's super consistent, super efficient as a setter. Avery Brandwee, we called her name a number of times. Summer Hoying, Victoria Mesher, and Ellen Frilling. That's a tough matchup for the Trojans.
Yeah, just great balance by Fort Loramie, and it's something that Fort Loramie folks have become accustomed to. They've got a superb team. How far will they go? Win number 5 out of 6, and they stand 2-0 in Shelby County Athletic League play. And our player of the game,
let's go with senior Ellen Frilling. She had 5 kills on the evening. She played really well. She's highly efficient. Not the most kills on the team, but just efficient with them. Anytime she got her chance, she was able to get that point and was on the attack and played really well.
So Ellen Frilling, our player of the game for the Fort Loramie Redskins. That's all brought to you by NK Telco. So good choice, I think. Ellen Frilling, our player of the game. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors for tonight's contests. First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Precision Strip, Winners Meats, Borchers Family Floor Center, and NK Telco. Our scoreboard sponsor, First National Bank, Keys to the Game, Keyhole Pizza. Timeout sponsor, Precision Strip. And our player of the game brought to you by NK Telco. Additional sponsors, Carriage Works, Chiltech LLC, Cy Schwiedemann, Dickman Supply, Elmwood Assisted Care, Hometown Opportunity, Hillsman Automotive, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric, Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, SecureCom, St. Henry Bank, and WCSM Radio. And we'd like to remind you that replays of tonight's varsity volleyball action on NK Telco Cable or the NKT.TV app, channel 154, tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. and channel 158 on August 31st at 5:30 p.m. Channels 3 and 503, September 6th at 9 p.m. and September 9th at 4 p.m. You can also watch more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and at nktelco.com/sports. Botkins falls to 3-2 on the season, 0-1 in league play. They'll play again on Thursday, August the 31st at Jackson Center, and also on Saturday, September the 2nd at Ansonia. Fort Loramie, on the other hand, they moved to 5-1 overall and 2-0 in league play. They'll have a non-league contest on Saturday, September the 2nd against Versailles on the Tigers' home floor. And then they'll come back for an early season matchup of two pretty strong volleyball teams in our area. That's on Tuesday, September the 5th. They'll play at home against Jackson Center.
Gotta like that matchup early in the year for the Shelby County Athletic League, wouldn't you, Dave?
You would definitely have to believe that's going to be one of two that's going to make the decision. And I'd like to thank everyone for watching us here on NK Telco Sports. Our director tonight, Austin Omberge. I'm Dave Helmstetter. With me tonight, Jeremy Plyman, and you have been watching high school volleyball on NK Telco Sports.